As a quick aside, to everybody, in chat, we are down 2 players today. So we're down Astra for work and Zahaab for a unfortunate scheduling conflict. So we're gonna keep on keeping on. So I figured that today we'll go over all the prophecy stuff, your subclasses. I'm sure you'll have lots to discuss with that. And then from there, you guys can decide if you want to wait or not. So, okay. Here we go. Boo 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 boo. Let me get you some music.
I can't wait for the Arcadum Challa RP.
That's gonna be so interesting.
Challa. Oh God. Chad. I already have Chad. Now I have Chadla.
Chadla. Oh my God.
Do you not see that I am swole?
It sounds like a fraternity where they all have to change the first parts of their names
to Chad.
Yeah.
Chad. God,
All right.
I wonder what that's like.
Here we go.
Banger.
Oh, banger.
Yeah, banger.
Banger. We love it.
Banger's the best.
Oh, God, I love this, but that's not appropriate right now.
Sad.
Oh.
No banger.
All right.
The Link shop music.
As you
play Darude Sandstorm.
As you enter the central roost, you find yourself in a room that's kind of extended outward towards its many to its circular walls, and above you the ceiling just kind of goes up and up and up. You can see that there are floating lanterns inside of the roost, magically floating along and lit by magical flame. And all around you there are books and archives, and there are floating scrolls being opened and closed, and what appears to be several smaller automatons that are shifting through this knowledge. At the center of the room, there is a great device. It appears to be a gyroscopic sphere, and in its center, there appears to be what you recognize as a globe. Standing before you is one of the many automatons that are in service to you, the false frames. The one that approaches you is wearing a kind of embroidered robe, complete with symbols of authority and draconic sigils of sealing. And the assessor stands before you. Oh, hold on. My thing isn't working. 2 seconds while I reset it. Okay, there we go. And the assessor will approach you. Greetings, organics.
Greetings.
Hello.
Response time nominal. Concerningly
Effie shrugs. Okay.
Come forth and be examined.
Sera would go straight forward towards him. Sorry guys, I'm trying not to cough into my microphone.
Alright, as each of you approach
bloop, bloop, bloop.
And you walk underneath the machine, you will suddenly realize that below you there are, or not below you, but above you and around you as you walk underneath the device are tiny, almost imperceivable threads that move from your body like silver threads up towards the device.
Does it look like the silver cord that Sera saw from herself in the dream?
Yes.
And is it similar to the one that Effie untangled?
Yes. As the silver threads kind of float off of yourselves and then to the device, the assessor will say, "Assimilation complete. Scanning now." And you see the device begin to swirl and whirl, twist. Its noises and turnings appear to be significant, but you have no idea how to read the device. The assessor watches it carefully until finally the device comes to a halt. The assessor will even its gaze towards each of you, and then it will say, "Your fates have been examined. There are several prophecies that could be fulfilled. I will assess them for you now." With that, the assessor will raise his hands above his head, and you will see that all around you, the books and archives and scrolls begin to shift and change. And as they do, some, very few, but some, begin to float down from the shelves. And as they begin to float down, one by one, they appear before the assessor, floating in place and awaiting commands and awaiting to be opened. As each one of them, eventually, is held before you, you can see that altogether, totaled, there are 5 tomes. Each one a different cover. Some of them even have different kinds of pages. The assessor will allow them to float above his head as he begins to explain. Before you lie the prophecies of Dragonstorm. Be assured, Organics, that such prophecies are potent and powerful, and upon their completion shall have effects that not even I can fully suspect. I am sure that you are brimming with questions. I shall attempt to answer them at this time.
What are the prophecies?
The prophecies, as they are stated, are different states of the tapestry of fate, as realigned and cognized by the Dragonstorm.
But what are they?
Question is too vague. Specify.
Well, you know how, like, you tell a story, and then the story comes to an end? What are the prophecies predicting?
Specification of the 5 choices. Very well. Before I begin, do the Organics have any other questions?
Sera will point straight up. Are the silver threads that are attached to her still attached to the device above them?
Yeah.
How are... I don't think I can use the voice, sorry guys. How is this device able to read our fates?
It is a gift from the Matron of Fate. And I suppose Runetheris himself. It is an agreement between the 2 deities.
Can I roll a religion check?
Yeah.
Can I join you in rolling a religion check?
Yeah. Okay, so Runetheris is the god of ancient things, magic, and dragons. And the matron, or the matron of fate, as her full title is the deity that oversees the tapestry of fate. She is the goddess of prophecies, and indeed, the weave that binds all mortal life together. So, oh yes, what's up?
I was just gonna ask, can you tell me a little bit about how those two came to this agreement?
The archives speak of their agreement as such. As the Dragon Storm is one of the oldest forces of life, its tangled thread, the threads of its fate became more tangled. So much so that it was believed that action needed to be taken. Runetheris, the recently ascended deity, agreed. And so, the matron and himself forged these devices. They are referred to as fate readers. These devices possess powerful divination magic, allowing the different threads of fate to be analyzed, predicted, and, if necessary, in a way, corrected. Not directly, but indirectly through the use of prophecies. Think of it as a blueprint of your actions. If you choose to do actions in this way, one of the books will kind of light up. It will lead to a different result than if you were to do the actions, say, listed in this tome. And another one of the books will light up. As such, the prophecies allow one to have some semblance of control over the future. Although, no one truly has control over it. But you can at least get a glimpse of what might be. It is with these divination magics it was believed that when the human race was created and mortal kind was brought into being, that they should be given the use of this device in order to make up for their lack of hereditary wisdom.
Sera's glowing green gaze will narrow down at all the talk of fate. 2 questions, Assessor. First is, I have met creatures that preyed on fate, that used it as a source of magic. Do those creatures exist here on this planet?
Such heretical creatures do not exist within this place, although this one has heard of them. There are other places that are not granted such protections that this realm has, and it is true that they may yet still hunt those that possess the power of fate. But make no mistake, such creatures here do not exist. And if they were to, they would be destroyed.
Destroyed by what?
Dragons.
Where else do they exist?
Such creatures exist. Well, within the ancient places of the Astral Sea. Indeed, this one would make no mistake as to agree that they probably exist in most places. As to whether or not their prevalence is any sort of threat is another thing entirely. Although oddly, this one has noticed a strange phenomena. In each of the different prophecies that have been presented over the time that this one has served, this one has seen many glimpses into futures that are and that are not. The phenomena of fate eating seems to only appear around civilizations that have progressed their scientific advancement, as opposed to their magical one.
Quick question. Asking for a friend. What would happen if you didn't have a fate?
Preposterous.
Yeah. Preposterous, right? But
My
what
second
if?
question, Assessor, is this body was not originally my own. This fate that I am tied to was not originally my own. My own fate was stolen. So she'll point back up. What fate do you see there? For me.
With that, the assessor will throw up a hand, and you will see all the silver threads from Sera's body spread out into multiple couplets, into tangled webs. Your fate was not stolen. It was simply rewoven. It is a mistake of mortal kind's limited perspective to see. Allow me to assess. The choices that you have made and the circumstances that have occurred to you were malignant. They were changed by the aberrant hand of the foul color. However, as is with most things, it was corrected, healed. Perhaps it was healed in a way that is unacceptable to some, but fate does not deem to make its choices and explain them. Your fate is as it is. That is all that truly is to it. And once gaining semblance of your control, you have made your choices, and thus, as he extends his hand outward, all that you have done, and all that you shall do, and all that you are as they should be. As for you, he will look over towards Effie, and he will flick his hand, and you'll see your own silver threads. Although there is a large gap, they also continue. Fateless you may have been. Fateless you are no longer. It is a common misconception of organics that your fate is controlled. There are those that also believe that their fates are sanctioned, solidified, that their fates are indelible. Each of these concepts are wrong. Nothing is certain, and control is never absolute. The fate of your life will always weave into the tapestry. Your choices will choose its braid, the color of its thread, and indeed, in some small semblance of a way, can even turn the thread. But it can never prevent the forward march of its weave. In the end, your fate will become what you make of it, and what has been given to you. He will flick his hands downward, and the silver threads dissipate.
My thread!
Sera looks completely serene, at peace. Full acceptance for the first time. She'll just cross her arms patiently.
As this one was saying, there are, however, some semblance of control that organics can call upon. There are beings and devices that have more control than they themselves. And such we are here. I have assessed your threads, and I have developed the following prophecies that you might fulfill. These shall decide your fate, in a way, the direction that you will go. It should be noted that despite the Draconic Masters, In this place, they have no sight, no ear, no knowledge. This place is for you. It is for you to make the decisions that you believe to be right, as is depicted by the storm. So, shall we begin? If there are no other questions.
Sera gives a
Luka,
single
Maelie,
curt nod.
Seino, do you have any questions?
I don't think I have.
There's lots running through my mind, but I just don't know how to phrase it, so I guess I'm good.
Luka? Luka? Oh no, Luka's dead.
Roxa?
Oh.
Oh no.
Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yes.
Oh no.
Okay.
Not dead. Not dead.
Not dead. I'm ready. I have no questions.
So, the silver threads that come from here and are, she kind of points above, and I'm assuming it kind of looks like a loom. Or can you describe to me how it looks?
It looks like a loom if it was spherical.
Okay. Cool. So kind of like one of those really fancy machines.
Yeah.
Where do these go? Does it just continue on to the actual Tapestry of Fate?
Yes.
What happens if this building burns down? Do you have another one?
There are other roosts, yes.
Where are they?
Throughout Dragonstar and many of the different cities, although many of them have been lost as the war continues to rage and the dying lands continues to spread. In truth, this one must reveal that this one is only a basic assessor. The Assessor Prime, unfortunately, has been lost.
Lost as in deceased, or lost as in you don't know where they are?
Lost as in they are within the dying lands. They served
Where were
the
they
capital.
last seen?
I see. What are the dying lands?
The dying lands reside at the center of Dragonstar. They are the physical manifestation of the conflict between the storms. They are doubt, sickness, decay, death. Emanating
Here, we'll give Effie a side look. It's where we're going.
emanating directly from the center. The original capital. Or perhaps what remains of it.
She elbows Sera. Why are we going there? Sounds like not good place.
Do you want to go to the capital?
What
do
is
I
the
do there?
storm? As he was not there for that whole conversation.
I know, that's why I'm trying to bait some of this stuff, because none of us were there.
The storm is reference to the dragon storm. The collective souls of all of dragonkind as they exist within the dream in their semi-permeant state. While there are smaller substorms representing the different types of dragons, all of them are within the dragon storm itself.
So essentially it's their soul.
Their souls, their memories, their wisdom, their personalities, yes.
Are there new dragons being born?
Not as many as the dragons would like. It is one of the many problems that occurs whenever the storm becomes a conflict.
Okay.
That doesn't sound good.
Are they just sterile?
Yes.
Oh.
More specifically, it is not that they are sterile. It is that any young produced from coupling, there is no longer any soul to be allotted to them from the storm. As such, the draconic children are born still.
That's sad. Okay. I guess I'm on board.
So, I thought maybe I misunderstood the recording that I got from Mr. Sustenance, but I thought that we were here so that we could fix the problems. Why are you so focused on our fates if all we have to do is be judged worthy to fix said problem?
Because your capacity to fix the said problem is determined by your fates. The power of your thread, the strength of your weave, is determined by your strength. A strong weave can survive much more pressure than a weaker one. It is my duty to assess your strengths and then provide you with paths you might choose. A weak thread, well, will cause a fray, and that is the last thing that we need.
Is now the time to also ask what sort of beliefs each of the storms follows, or is that something we'll learn a little later?
It is best that before one makes a decision that one learns as much as possible.
Okay. Would you please describe each of the storms, what they believe, what they stand for, all that sort of knowledge?
Of course. This one shall provide a brief summary of the storms and their ideologies. To begin, there are 5 storms. They are chromatic, metallic, primal, astral, and exiled. Specifically, in that same order, the chromatic dragons, the ones that are made out of the primary and distilled colors, focus themselves upon one standard rule. Although there are many different types of it, might is the only rule to them that is sensible. The strongest creature is right, because nature has deemed it so. Might makes right. The rules are made by those strong enough to enforce them, and as such, dragons, being the strongest of all creatures, make the rules for all. Any resistance to this is a resistance of nature, and should be devoured. There are many that believe that the chromatic dragons are evil. While some certainly are, it is in this assessor's opinion that the chromatic dragons are, what is the ideism? They get the job done. They do not debate. They are creatures of action. They face consequences for their actions with a certain unbearing stoicism. The chromatic dragons are the sovereign power behind dragonkind. They are strength, ferocity, and might. The second storm is metallic. They are the dragons of the metallic colors, such as gold, brass, and bronze. The metallic dragons have a far more giving nature, believing themselves to be rulers not through might, but through the very wisdom they possess. As dragons are long-lived, they use this wisdom to provide benefits for all, seeing themselves instead of tyrants as teachers, meant to guide the lesser races towards prosperity and peace. Many believe that those of the metallic storm are good. This is certainly the case for some, but not all of them. For the metallic see themselves as teachers to foolish lesser races. They are indignant of the opinions of those races that do not possess the potency in order to make such decisions. Indeed, the metallic dragons were the last to vote for the use of organics in their government. The next storm, the third, are the primal dragons, comprised of the elemental foci of the world in its natural form. These dragons live upon the edge of the chromatic and metallic, seeking instead to study the natural course of the world. Whereas the metallic might be focused upon knowledge and gaining of itself and the application of that wisdom, the primal dragons feed directly into the emotions of creation itself. They listen to the land's woes and react with it accordingly. If chromatic is body and metallic is mind, then primal is the heart, beating and reactive, raw in its emotion, unpredictable in its shifting and fickle mood. But above all else, the primal storm is the most honest, as it cannot hide from itself. The fourth storm is the astral, the guardians of the astral sea. Indeed, they spend much of their time away from Dragonstorm, and their aloofness from their sequestered long stints of service have left their wishes difficult to decipher. The astral dragons are old. Perhaps they are even the oldest. None know for certain. Even Runtheris himself might consider them to be older than him. But the astral storm arrives when it is needed and fades when it is not. The astral storm represents perhaps more than all else the souls of dragonkind. Whereas the storm is all, they are the shepherds of their own people. They serve in the astral sea so that their brethren might live upon the world. The final storm are those that live in exile, those that turned away from the wisdom of the storm and tried to make their own way in another realm, first as colonizers, then as invaders, and then finally as rebels. Led in their exodus by the one known as Empereptor, or the Sky Emperor, as he was referred to. Led dragonkind to descend down upon the world known as Verum. It is there that they were exiled from the storm, and it is there that slowly they have faded into naught. This one has assessed many times of what representation the exiled storm might have, and indeed there are still lingering pieces of it that exist even now within the main storm. This one has assessed that the strongest of the aspects of this particular storm is that of a rebellious nature, skepticism against the order and law that the storm intends to bring. They are chaos. They are change. Things that dragons abhor. Explanation complete.
Thank you.
Which ones are the fun dragons?
Clarify fun.
Good question. I guess don't take themselves too seriously.
Multivariate analysis required. Many of the dragons in the different storms do not take themselves too seriously. This one
Those are my kind of dragons.
This one has assessed that comedy is most commonly found within the primal storm.
Woo!
What was the exiled storm called before they were exiled?
Was that a question?
Mm-hmm.
For me? Okay. The assessor begins to analyze the area, and then he will pull them forward. Technically, they were a part of each of the different storms. In the beginning, there were only 4. The 5th was made by a conglomerate of each of the different storms, pieces that came together, defiant of the way that things were. Although, when first they gathered, they sought themselves as the title of keepers, which was quickly taken from them.
Irha knows that word. Keepers of what?
Keepers of truth.
Why was that word removed from them?
This one does not know why, only that it was.
Do you know by whom?
The other storms.
Funny, considering they were all part of the storms anyway.
Indeed, this one has assessed the irony of these actions many times.
So, in your professional opinion, would you say it's more important to help the Exile Storm regain a place here on Dragonstar? Because, in essence, that would be helping all the other storms? Or is it better to simply pick and choose?
Which storm you choose to help is irrelevant to this one. This one is only to provide you with options and clarity, not to make the decision for you. To denote which is better is not something this one can do, for that is your purpose, is to choose.
She nods.
Sera's opened her mouth and closed it a couple of different times. And she'll look a little... She's not sure she
You look
wants
like
to
a
ask.
fish. You okay, Sera?
know what's on your mind.
She'll cough in
Need to
Effie's
go
face.
back in the water?
Do the Taladani have a presence here?
Oh no, she's drying out.
It's like Free Willy, you gotta pour some water on it.
Quick, get the buckets.
The Taladani. This one recognizes this term. The Taladani are referred to as a nominal wizarding sect that once was a part of Dragonstar. However, they have turned from the ancient magics towards their own development.
How long ago was that?
Approximately 3 iterations.
Can you convert that for me?
Into what?
I don't know. Farum years?
Ah. $2,340 recyclical years.
Effie surprised Pikachu's face. That's a long time ago.
I had a companion that was a Dragon Knight. And where I just came from had an embassy for Dragonstar. The perception I had is the relationship between the Taladani and Dragonstar was a positive, mutually beneficial one. Is that true?
At one time, perhaps. But they have not responded to many of our inquiries over the years. And thus, the relationship between Dragonstar and the Taladani have become strained.
When is the last time you heard from them?
This one does not have access to that information.
Who would? The Prime?
The Prime, most certainly. But you would find perhaps more specific knowledge at their embassy.
Where is that located?
In the capital.
Do you know why
Where-
they left Dragonstar?
Repeat that question.
Why did the Taladani leave Dragonstar?
This one does not know.
She'll hold forward her staff. Aika. This is a Taladani staff, made by Taladani, and I am a Taladani wizard. Will I run into resistance based off of my status?
Negative.
Will I find those who are willing to guide me, mentor me here?
Affirmative.
Hey, Sera.
Hmm.
Who are the Taladani?
You should ask the assessor.
I know that they're assholes, kind of.
We already know about him, Effie. There's nothing more to know.
Yeah, but they were like dicks, you know?
Yeah.
That's all I need to know. I guess you're right, Maelie. They're assholes.
Sera
So,
will
Mr.
raise her regrown eyebrows. I didn't take you for a racist.
I mean, look, if you're taking all the magic from one continent and taking it for yourself, and then trying to take all the magic from the world of Verum, you're kind of an asshole.
The awkward silence holds over the party while the assessor shifts uncomfortably.
Mr. Assessor, were there any other factions from other groups who were working with the dragons? Maybe other embassies around on Dragonstar?
Indeed, within Drakenholm, there are several embassies. Some represent Arist, others represent... Essentially, there is quite a lot of political tirades to be found within the capital.
What about religion?
Religious freedom is one of those things granted to the organics.
A racist yet religious freedom.
Yep.
Curious.
Anybody want to know what the prophecies are?
Well, kinda.
Me.
I'm still a little hesitant, mostly because back on Verum, right? I lacked the fate that I had been given, I suppose. I know who I used to be, at least, or what it was that I used to do. And I guess I'm a little hesitant to give that up. Can you tell me more about how the process is going to work?
Which process, organic?
This whole prophecy thing, like, is there a way I could still be the fading star, but weave it into something else that you might be offering?
Your personal fate will be assessed on your own merits, and not here, but there. As the assessor will point towards an orb. That diviner's orb is attuned directly to the person that places their hands upon it. You can see your own fate and make the choices needed to change it. The prophecies this one has granted to you are based off your actions as a whole.
Thank you, that clears it up. I'm ready then.
I'm ready.
I am ready as well.
And you can have my axe.
Like, I'm ready by the light and such. This one
Hands
is
in.
completely put together. This one understands. Yes, the great one. Yes, putting my hand against yours.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Prophecy.
Oh God.
Sorry, I can't say much.
All right. Of these tomes, each one represents a different prophecy that you'll be able to take upon, and it essentially depicts what kind of change that you'll bring about in Dragonstar. So, the first one is referred to as the Prophecy of the Saint. If you take the Sainted path, the prophecy depicts that you will heal the dying lands and restore the capital to its former glory. But by doing so, you will have to perform unbelievable tasks to do so, and more than one innocent life will be lost.
A+.
The second
Noted.
is the prophecy of the Kinder. Specifically, in this one, dying lands are pushed out from the outside, and you can see that there are several hundreds upon hundreds of humans that have returned to Dragonstar to colonize, to reshape it to their own will. And the third, this prophecy has many different weaving threads, and it is referred to as glory. In this one, you choose one of the different sides of Dragonkind and exert your will upon them that they shall be the ruling class over their brothers, and Dragonstar will be saved because one of the storms has gained dominance. And you get to choose from one of the warring factions.
I have a preference.
Me too.
Wait, I didn't get the second one exactly. What was it again?
Colonization
With humans.
with
Ooh.
humans.
Pretty much.
It's like America with the Native Americans.
Okay. If Zahaab would have
not-
been here, he would have liked that option.
Woody?
Because he's from the UK.
The original colonizers.
Yeah.
There are 5 tomes,
All right.
3
Anyway,
prophecies.
the next is the prophecy of the Slayer. In this one, you see a darker fate. As the dying lands have completely spread across Dragonstar, and the last of the dragons are snuffed out, and their legacy left behind to those with the strength to take it. And then finally, the prophecy of Soulfire. In this one, you deal with the problem itself, the heart of the storm, and you enter the dream.
Ooh, I know what I like.
You okay there,
Oh, no,
Lolly?
Lolly's dying.
Sorry, I'm
what I
having
considered about that one.
PTSD over going back to the dream.
I've been there.
Must have been a better experience.
Do we all want to type in our top 2 choices so that way we can start narrowing it down?
Is there any other data for
We
us,
have to
Arcadum?
pick one out of all of the 5.
That's
Yeah.
pretty much it. I mean,
Okay.
they in of themselves are not fully writ, because there are. I mean, you guys could change a lot depending on what you do, but this essentially sets the route that you're gonna walk on.
Yeah, I'll dump my notes in the chat. Ooh, that's probably gonna be
Okay,
ugly.
yeah, I was about to ask if anybody wrote down all of those so we can look at them.
The formatting didn't come over.
I got my top 2s.
Yeah, I'll put it over in the
Just put
Discord
it in
notes.
notes.
Oh,
Yeah,
look at that.
there
It,
we go.
it scrolls.
I love
Yeah.
how it scrolls very slowly.
It's like Star Wars.
But I have a question.
Yeah.
When it comes to the prophecy of the saints, what sort of unbelievable tasks are we talking? Like, what's unbelievable to you?
It is unbelievable towards your calculations.
Give us an example.
Unbelievably difficult, unbelievable that we would want to do it.
Killing a dragon.
What type of dragon?
Any of them.
Is that the innocent?
The assessor does not answer that question.
Hmm. Where are we typing these out in notes?
I'm putting it in notes, but we can do it in Foundry if we want people to see.
Wait, I still don't have it. Wait.
Do you need
It's in
any
the
more
Discord
questions
notes
answered?
channel.
I don't.
I don't need questions answered. I just can't pick.
So top 2.
I'm ready.
Won't
Top
we
2?
want the others' votes
Wait.
on this, though?
So
Well-
here's the problem with running without people.
Yeah.
This is going to be a major decision, right? And the 2 of them are not
Yeah.
here to make it. Now, I could try to figure out what I think they would want to do, but ultimately, they're not here to make it. Irha, I feel like, would want to do... He'd probably want to do the Prophecy of the Saint and heal the dying lands.
We can also see what we come out with, because if all of us come up with like the same 2 or the same 1,
They'd potentially be outvoted anyway.
Well, yes, but they'd also would not be able to give their input, which might affect what you end up choosing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
So, and I feel like Challa, and Challa's a hard one. Zahaab's been all over the place.
see,
So-
that's the hard
So
one.
here's
like, 'cause I feel like
here's my problem with Challa, right? on one hand, I know what Challa would want to do, and then I know that Zahaab might also just want to see evil Maelie. So it's like...
Oh yeah, we never did do a recap.
oh shit. True.
Yeah, we didn't. We just had too much to do, and I was already really late.
Yes.
I just
evil
meant next time I make a big recap. It's fine.
We wrestled.
True.
Yeah, I feel like... Man, I think Challa would either want to do Soulfire, or he would want to do... I don't know. He gives me big Prophecy of the Kinder vibes.
Colonization.
Yeah, I don't know how he would...
called it.
Well, see, the thing is, I don't know how he actually feels about dragons that much.
So,
Well,
Yeah, I just don't know.
well, let's put our top 2 in, and then just so we can whittle some down, I guess. Or get
I'm
an idea
ready.
of what each other is thinking. I'm
Count
ready
me
to-
down, baby.
Wait,
Where are we
wait,
putting
in
them?
Foundry.
Yeah.
oh, Foundry? Hold on, I need to retype them.
Oh goddamn! Wait.
Type in the Foundry, don't hit enter yet.
Yeah.
The order's not relevant, right? Just
Not
2
relevant.
picks. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go get my spam bot. Just spam the Foundry chat.
Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1, paste.
Huh. Sera.
Sera?
Choices.
I think one of your choices is similar to the other.
Me and Rox on the same page over here.
Yeah.
Well, it's
That's
tied,
3 for
guys.
Soulfire, that's 3 for Saint,
And 3 for glory.
and 3 for Glory. All right. So it looks like Slayer and Kinder are off the table. So, looks like your choice is Glory, Soulfire, or Saint.
Do you have the difficulty assignment applying to these like you used to do over in complex missions?
They're all the hardest.
Okay.
They're not. None,
We're 7 years, 7 days.
Yeah,
We're not doing easy mode here.
You're at max difficulty no matter what you do. You're in the fucking show, kids.
Excellent.
So-
Just what I wanted.
Story-wise, how essential is it that we pick it like right now before today's session ends?
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't do anything until you choose it.
Yeah.
So, okay.
You got
Okay.
maps, you got a bunch of stuff that needs to
Yeah.
get.
Also, I'm
Commission.
laying down because I'm getting a little nauseous, but I can still hear you guys and talk.
You're fine. Let me see something. Hold on.
Let's see if I can message to see if we can get one answer out of Astra.
I'm messaging Zahaab.
Yeah, I wanted to
Yeah.
add them in the chat.
Just because they're not here doesn't mean that they can't participate.
In terms of Soulfire for entering the dream, do
Yeah.
we get any more detail about that?
All I can tell you is that if you choose that, you will be going into the dream eventually. And that's where the main focus of the campaign will go.
So maybe this is above table, but how does this fit in with what we picked back during the subathon with Tyr's storyline?
No matter what you choose, that will be interweaved. That's a that's a floating storyline that can go anywhere. So
So let me just talk about why I made my picks, I guess, and then we can try and advocate for our own stuff since it's a tie. So number one, glory appeals to me because we get to help the Dragonstorm kind of come to a close, which is why we're here in the first place, right? Like that's the whole point of having humans here, so we can help dictate, which Dragonstorm is going to be on top. Also, we can kind of like a little bit like they want to be in our good graces, right? So that way they're on top, like the different Dragonstorms. So I think it would be kind of cool to explore that aspect of it and then help, it's kind of like the phases and conflicts, right? Like our entire mission was to start the phases again, so that way, people aren't starving and eating each other. I feel like it's very similar to that. And then we technically we actually did it, but in a very indirect way. So I kind of like that one. And then just the Soulfire one is like we're dealing with the actual problem, right? Like we're not band-aiding something. We're not like bringing humans to like colonize. Like we're not, killing, like healing the dying lands is fine, but we're not fixing the root of the problem. You know what I mean? So like I actually want to go and do something about it and make it a permanent fix other than a temporary band-aid.
Yeah, I agree with you.
In character or out of character?
What? I missed half of.
Are you guys making these points in character or out of character?
A little bit of both.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it'll
the
help
same
me
thing.
if we set the guidelines for what we're looking for. Because what Sera wants to do is going to be not what I actually want to do as a person, and I have no problem with that.
I think those
so
kind
if we
of
clarify that, it'll help me.
Yeah, I think those kind of choices we always did like out of character because those are like big choices we wanted to do. Let me say, I chose the Saint one as one of my options because, like, for me, the Saint one seems for me like the closest related to the phases on Conflux because, like, we revitalize the area. Like we bring like back the like capital city, so the whole dying lands get revitalized and can be accessed again and stuff. That seemed closest to me to the Conflux phases one because that also like revitalized the land and stuff when we made the phases come back again. Yeah.
And then what's your second?
Soulfire. That's basically Soulfire just sounds kind of sick to me. Just like to not like pick one fraction and make it like the strongest one, like, but like just fixing the problem itself just seems like the straightest, but also like most logical solution to the problem. And in my head, that it would just make sense if we would just like extinguish the problem at its core instead of trying to like just make it kind of end, but it could rearrange and stuff,
You want to go next, Essie?
I could. So I kind of go 50-50. Like I choose things that I would want to play with, but also things that I think I could roleplay well, So I chose Glory, and that was actually my first choice because I think picking a ruling class out of the storms would be fun, and it has potential to like kind of spread, especially since the ruling class I would want to pick being the Fading Star is Astral. This sounds like exactly what Maelie used to do, like being in the space sea and doing all sorts of stuff. And they're the oldest, so they probably have the most knowledge. So, if we went Glory, I would go Astral first choice, Primal second choice. Astral for Maelie, but Primal because it sounds cool. But I chose Saint next because it just sounded interesting. It sounded cool to restore the capital and heal the dying lands. And I realized that Soulfire would probably do the same thing. These two are really tied for me. I said Saint in the vote, but they sound like they accomplish the same thing, just in different ways. Do you do it on the planet or do you do it in the dream? So that was like player perspective. Maelie's perspective for Saint, killing a dragon was totally in the vision that the Gambler Black gave her, which nobody knows about, right? But she knows. Healing the dying lands, restoring the capital, lots of innocents dying. That might be some character development. Don't know. Glory would be my first choice, but Saint is fine for a second. Or Soulfire. I'm really tied. I have no idea. Both of those sound good.
Like, for me though, if we were all like evil leaning, you know, like I feel like the Slayer would be super fun. Like, snuff out the dragons and take their power. Like, duh.
Nah.
We're not there yet. So.
Go ahead, Roxa.
Sorry, I was waiting for noises to stop. But yeah, if in character, it's already been like said that Luka feels regret with what would happen at the barony, so Soulfire was his first choice because he'd rather directly deal with the problem. So that's like in character choice. But then I chose Glory because I thought, why not let at least one faction take control? And it's kind of my second choice of being like, if the original plan doesn't work, then maybe like the Astral Dragons could potentially, with all of their wisdom, help fix the problem if we made them the head, you know?
Oh, so you would pick Astral too?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I actually would as well.
Ooh.
I would do that or the the Calcatesh one.
The Exiles, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lolly?
Yeah, I was going to say maybe the Exiles, just to see what would happen if we reintroduce them, you know?
Same.
And there's some meta knowledge to that, but like, yeah, that's why I asked the question, would helping the Exiles help all the storms? Because if they had been originally comprised of all four paths, then helping them reconnect, wouldn't that help all four paths? Just theoretically?
Also,
Yeah.
for Lenorms.
Well,
The Lenore.
the Lenorms.
But yeah, those are my two top choices. I haven't gotten a response from Astra yet, so.
I haven't gotten one from Zahaab, so.
Alright, so does any of them come out on top?
No,
Well,
we're just talking through our decisions.
talking
But
through it.
I'm fine with either Glory or Soulfire.
Did we hear what Lolly wanted to say?
Oh yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, what
Okay.
did you
Yeah.
pick?
So for me, Saint is a really good crossroads of what I like to do as a player and what Sera would want to go after too. So Saint's a good crossroads for that because as a character, Sera is all after knowledge. And if she gets to the capital and she fixes the capital, it's going to be a wealth of knowledge for her. And just finding out that the Taladani originated from Dragonstar, she's gung-ho for that. For me, as a person, you guys know I'm all about creatures. So I actually like taking care of creatures. Oh my god, that appeals to me so strongly. The other ones, though, in terms of Soulfire, as a player, I have no problem going back to the dream. My character, however, is completely adverse to that. She never wants to go back to the dream again. She's like somewhat tempted to have another conversation with Woad, but she was absolutely terrified. That was the time that she felt the most mortal, is when she was in the dream, and she really doesn't want to go back there. She was powerless there, which is the antithesis of who she is. But that's her struggle with Soulfire if we go there. But I could RP that out. Like I could make that work if that's what we want to do.
Character
But if you
development?
get stronger in the dream, you get stronger in real life.
No, but she's got all this corruption in her too, so she'd have to figure that out too. Is the corruption with the dream area too? But that's all stuff I could do as a character with my character. Kinder for me, I have no interest in doing that as a
Same.
player. Because I came to Dragonstar to fuck around with dragons, not to fuck around with humans. So to me, that's just an automatic reject.
Valid.
Glory, I'm interested in Glory as a player because I think that would be interesting. I think we're going to suffer a little bit on actually trying to agree on which storm we align with. So I think that would be interesting to try to figure that out. But to me, compared to the other ones, it's not even as strong as a case. To me, it's not even worth considering. And Slayer, I could make that work with my character. She could be about that. But I think both of us, as a player and my character, would suffer with destroying these beings of pure arcanic magic.
Mm-hmm.
Also, she got dragons.
Yeah, I don't want to go kill them.
I agree.
Yeah.
So that brings me back to Saint is a really good crossroads of what I want to do as a player and what my character is about. But Soulfire is a nice secondary where I can make that work as a player, but my character would be faced with a lot of challenges.
PTSD. I don't want to go back. No!
Even see like the silver threads coming off of her freaked her out. She'll just teleport back to Valis Day, and she's gonna give you all the peace sign and just go back to Valis.
Oh, Seino as a gnome back in the dream would also be kind of cool to see. Since gnomes are connected to the dream and stuff. Like, closely.
Yep, gnomes are made of dream stuff. So yeah, going back to your actual home would be wild.
I have a nightmare.
You do. Look at you.
Didn't Sera make her deal with Babylon in the dream?
No, she made it in hell with Babylon.
Oh.
She's been busy.
She kind of told somebody in the dream that she'd be careful about going back and doing things that she's not supposed to do in the dream.
Yeah,
Yep.
but dragons.
Yep. That's why she's like, oh god, we're going back to the dream? Are we going to go as trespassers? Because she sure don't want to go back.
Do we have our papers?
Do we have our passports?
Do we have our documents?
We're going back through customs for the second time.
Time to perform the cavity search.
Wait,
Pulls glove.
Sera had connections with Woad?
Yeah, she ended
Yeah.
up in the dream with Roxana stored in some dust, and she went there with Valis and Roxana, and it was a horrible experience for her.
Because technically speaking, as a Swerve Nebula gnome, Seino has a connection with Woad as well. Because Woad basically, like... What was it again? Like, save the Swerve Nebula gnomes, the deep gnomes, in some way or form, I think.
Great, we could both be terrifyingly awestruck of them.
Everybody talks shit on Own, and then Woad shows up.
Uh-huh.
Although
I am getting a response from Astra.
although I think if I'm completely honest, I think Own has given out the most powerful roasts out of any other fucking deity I've had so far.
I love Owen.
Own's Omega roast, dude. That man.
Astra said that she really likes Soulfire.
Oh god, is that the breaking vote?
Oh shit.
She's typing.
I'm initializing Jeb.
Okay, Soulfire.
Because at
Oh,
first in the comments in stream she said Glory, but now she told me Soulfire.
Yeah, she's put it in our notes chat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
So what does that put us at? Should we just do single votes now to eliminate?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'm ready when you guys are.
Alright. Vote it up. Saint or Soulfire?
Oh gosh.
Alrighty.
I'm in.
All right.
Okay, are we doing this in Foundry or Discord?
Foundry.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. The tie was Glory, Saint, and Soulfire, so choose one of those three and drop it in there.
One of those three or one of the two?
I'm telling you, I choose genocide.
Okay, I think maybe since we got three choices that tied, that normally doesn't happen. I think we should limit it down to 2 and then do the final vote. So let's do this. Out of Glory, Saint, and Soulfire, choose 2. And then we'll go from there. Alrighty.
I would think.
Got it.
Everybody typed it in?
I'm still typing.
Okay.
Okay, I'm good.
3, 2, 1, go.
Sorry about that.
Luka, Seino, Sera, Maelie. Effie with that delay. What is this?
Sorry, I didn't think we were typing 2.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, I'm just measuring it down because Glory still had a little bit in there, but it looks like Glory loses.
Astra said Saint and Soulfire too.
Saint, Soulfire, Saint, Soulfire, Saint, Soulfire. Yeah. Wait, did we tie again?
So it looks like it's a tie-off between Saint and Soulfire, and those are the ones that we have to put in a single vote for.
All right. Oakley dokley, time to rev up those fryers as Challa.
I love me some fries.
Okay. Saint or Soulfire, type it in.
Count us down.
You're gonna count us down?
Yep, I will. Everybody typed in. All right.
With drama, please.
All right.
Ready?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Enter the Thunderdome. Oh,
So
God.
far, one.
Like Soulfire.
Jesus Christ.
That's so
I
far.
haven't gotten a vote from Astra yet.
Wait, Astra is on so far.
Well, she said she wanted both.
Oh.
So for the sake of making a decision, even if it tied, God, I honestly have no idea what Challa would choose.
We could also just wait. Like if we're at a standstill, we could move on and do other stuff and have our top 2 choices or top 3 choices to discuss after stream.
We have the top 2. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't take like
See,
a
the thing
week
is-
to make this choice.
See, the thing is, I think Challa would choose Soulfire because he might find the Great One in the dream.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It all goes back to the Great One.
Oh my god. His mistress.
Yeah, I think he would be the most tempted by Soulfire out of these 2 because of the dream. Because of the Great One could be found in the dream, maybe. Oh God. Anyway, let's do your subclass stuff anyway. Let's get all that shit out of the way.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
I'll bold in the notes which ones we've got as the top contenders. It's Soulfire and
Saint.
Glory?
Saint.
Oh, Soulfire and Saint. Okay. Okay, they're bolded.
Alrighty. So, while the party discusses on those prophecies, the Diviner's orbs in the roost provide one introspection and reflection upon their own fate, and you can explore these if you'd like. However, raises up his big fat DM finger. If you use the divination orb, well, you get to know your fate. It is literally, by definition, an in-game spoiler of what you might see of what's coming up. So keep that in mind. It's an in-character one, but, you know.
Zahaab said glory.
No.
Oh, well, guess I was wrong. Soulfire it is then. Because he doesn't vote for Saint.
Yeah.
I'm for Sera PTSD. Let's go.
R.I.P.
Oh, it's time to go. What the fuck?
He said either glory or soulfire, and he said go soulfire.
There we go.
Well then.
There we go. That's our answer.
That sounds like an awful big step for our team.
Goddamn.
I know, considering what we've been going through.
Damn.
I can't wait to RP out this selection of character. Spear's gonna freak out. She's gonna have a meltdown. I gotta go pee. Let you
Me too.
wrap up whatever that is.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
can we take a restroom break?
Yeah, go peppies.
Pee pee break.
Go pee pee poo poos.
And there everyone goes.
Everybody's gone.
Well, guys, if you don't already know, there's this feature on Twitch called Twitch Prime.
Oh god.
If you want to see more of this awesome D&D content and maybe want to play in it yourself one day, then now is your chance. Look if you have Twitch Prime ready.
Wow, I can't believe it.
Astra came back to me. She chose Saint. But that doesn't matter now, I think.
No, I don't think it does. When Challa chooses Soulfire, it's outvoted.
Oh, this is so exciting. I can't wait to know what they do.
God.
I am back.
Welcome back.
I need some new sinuses, you guys. Where can I go get some?
Sinuses?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
So it's congested and why I sound so weird.
Ah. Okay. Oof.
This divination orb, is that part of getting the subclass or is that just a separate thing?
Yes.
Yes, I'm back.
I see.
I do have one question, though.
One? Alright, only one.
Does Luka remember what happened when he activated the flute, or no? Or is that just like a blackout for him?
Blackout for now.
Ah, okay.
For now, wink.
For now.
Oh, that just gives me a little bit more questions, though. But I just gave myself one.
I give Roxanne my question.
Are we gifting questions?
Are we question
Like how
gifting?
we can gift subs?
Stop!
Imagine having a Twitch Prime.
Oh my
I
god.
already did that.
Did you know that if you link your Amazon Prime with your Twitch
Oh my
account, you get a
God.
free sub? And you
Tell
know
me
what?
more.
A
You can
cool
also
thing-
do the same thing as Caped and give 5 subs to the community.
Yeah, but you know, Amazon Prime and Twitch is free. So
That is
you know,
true.
if it's free, it's for me. And imagine being a cool person who likes dragons in a campaign about dragons, and you want to sub. You could do that right now with your Twitch Prime. Look at the bottom right-hand corner. There's a little button. You press that and do use my Twitch Prime and hit subscribe.
Thank you, Storm.
Don't you
welcome.
want to just make Amazon pay for your sub?
Yeah. Don't you want to fuck Jeff Bezos in the butt?
I don't think it's Jeff Bezos anymore, but yeah. Or is it? I don't
It
know.
is.
Okay, never mind.
That's
Then
not.
make them
wait.
pay for your Twitch Prime.
That's not. You're still paying.
No, you're
Do you
not.
want
No,
Prime
no, no.
to be your
It's
sugar
free.
daddy or mama?
Don't you want to go, oh, Daddy, Mr. Bezos, pay for my Twitch
Fucking
Prime?
God.
I'd like to be on his yacht.
Yeah.
Maybe if you take that Twitch Prime.
I've been convinced.
Mr. Daddy Jeffrey Bezos.
Oh my god. Oh my god, we got one!
Oh, we got one!
Real Retro! There we go! He
Imagine being
gifted a
that cool.
sub.
Imagine
Yeah.
being that cool.
Imagine.
Dragons.
Oh my god.
Now we're gonna be doing on the next episode of Dating Simulator. I love you, Daddy Jeffrey Bezos.
What? Why do I always come back at the weirdest times?
Jeff says hi from the afterlife.
See,
Wait, is
imagine-
Jeff dead?
Imagine if it was a dating simulator of all the major tech enterprise CEOs.
Oh my god, who would you date?
Wait, Sera, is that vote that you sent in the notes channel?
Which
Oh,
Fortune
yeah, that's wood.
500 CEO?
Ah, damn!
Oh my fucking god. Okay.
Can I use that question now to know when I'm not going to be punished anymore?
No.
What does that mean?
Is it subclass time?
Okay, so
Finally.
I have been waiting
Finally?
since March.
okay. The
And we
divina-
do it next session.
The Diviner's Orb. The Diviner's Orb allows you to do introspection and reflection upon your character and to see their fate to the eyes of their draconic masters. So, who would like to go first?
I'll let Sera go first.
Ladies first.
Sera's a lady. Half. She's a half lady, half tentacle.
Maelie will scoff, but let Sera go first.
Nope.
I just feel bad for her. How will she ever find love with those tentacles?
Who needs love when you have power?
I bet people would like those tentacles.
Okay, I have to go get a certain tune.
Oh.
Tunes.
Tunes.
Tunes?
It's
Lady
banger.
shop
She
music?
comes
Hey,
walking.
banger, banger, bangs in. Yo!
Yo, I got music for this. Hey, yo, you.
She climbs all the way up here just to play
He just
us
rolls
music.
in.
Put your hands up!
He comes in with the roaster.
Jeez.
And they stay there. And they stay there. Up, down,
Up, down, up, down, up, down.
Boots with the bird, with the bird.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful, Rainzz.
She hit the flow.
She hit the floor.
Next thing you know.
You go low, low,
Low, low, low, low, low.
I wish I could put this on my ringtone.
Like it's that pants and the Reeboks with the flags.
That's what it says.
Down, skeet, skeet, motherfucker.
Oh no, 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 no. Skeet, skeet, you heard?
Skeet, skeet, you heard?
Are we going to the window?
Do we
All
swim
right.
like
To
a
the
salmon?
wall.
Alright, that's enough of that. Here we go. Alright, Sera. As you approach the Diviner's Orb and you place your hands upon it, your fate is revealed. Here we go. First, let me preload this. And
I'm popping cough drops.
Coffin pop drops.
Sipping that lean.
Are we popping coffees?
That sick promethazine.
you guys hear that?
No.
Soon I will, hopefully.
I don't yet.
Not yet.
God damn it. I'll give this a second to load. Ugh. I wish I could just use YouTube. It'd be so
Had the time of my life.
And I owe it all to you.
Oh my god.
We ever
The cacophony that
have to
happens in this
record
voice
all
chat.
of you.
Karaoke night, I suppose?
Yes,
I can't
let's
wait.
do a karaoke night. That would be great.
I swear.
Alright, do you guys hear this?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
oh,
Okay.
oh.
Sera.
Wait, let me turn it way up. Sorry, hang on, give me a sec. Where's my volume? Okay, ready.
Okay, so as you place your hands upon the Diviner's Orb, your fate starts to deepen. You see your face reflected on the surface of the orb. And then it expands outward, further and further, into what was, what is, and then finally, what may yet be. Must be freed, but it shall only do so under great trial and error. And error you shall have many, many times. And then finally, the orb reveals a third path. Before you, a great winged serpent appears. 2 towers stand between it. Knowledge and judgment. It looks down with a caring but firm eye, like a parent's hand. You step up towards the serpent, and a great light bathes all around you. As these three reflections float before you, within it you see the confines of draconic might. Your path will be walked, and of these paths, you shall find your way with the tools provided. There are three choices. You may stick to your path, to wherever fate it might lead, or you may choose another. You see two other forms of yourself. One as an adherent to the storm, many shifting colors and stances around your robes, as your tentacles and the monstrosity that you've become have faded. And on your back, you see a purple-scaled Modo, his wings wide, and his draconic form different from the path you could have chosen. On another, you find yourself sitting on a large tome, and all around you, books and scrolls swirl in a miasmic storm as a pair of eyes open on the book, and you float further into the tower. Three choices. Three fates. The choice is yours. Alright. What'll it be?
So I've got the vision of several locks. That's the existing keymaster, right?
I cannot answer those questions.
Okay, so then I'm trying to line up one as an adherent to storms. That's where Modo had dragon wings, and then the other one was sitting on a large tome. Is there a... Sorry, I'm kind of lost. I got 5 different things here, not 3.
So the three paths represent your 3 different subclasses. One is you maintain your keymaster. The other is you choose storm adherent, and then the third one is you choose arbiter.
So Arbiter is the large tome, and
the Arbiter is the guardian of knowledge, and the storm adherent is the one of which you call upon the dragon storms directly into your intermittent spellcasting.
Oh, so not all of this was related to subclasses, like the Demon's Lantern?
Not all of it, no. The first 3 things I was talking about are the potential fates that await you. And then the next 3 represent the subclasses that you choose. Now, the fates that I've revealed could be associated with one of them, and they could not be.
Okay, I'm with you now.
2 things have happened. I have given you a Harrow reading, and the other one is your actual subclass choices.
I want the adherent to the storms.
Alrighty. As a final warning, if you take this path, you will give up your demoniac path.
Let me look at my character sheet to really agree to this. I never got to summon my devils. No!
We could have, but no.
There wasn't enough blood. We couldn't use moon blood.
Well,
so definitely the handmaiden stuff would go away. Wait, sorry. So, say again. Is it the demoniac subclass I'm giving up and the handmaiden?
So your subclass is keymaster. That would change. And then you would also give up all the stuff that was given to you by your revelation. So that means the Handmaiden, that means your demonic mark, all of that. You would also be cured of your corruption as well.
It's a bunch of unknowns what I'm getting in return, right?
What you're getting in return is a new subclass in return for your Keymaster, and the other bit will instead focus on a Draconic Modo who will become a Draconic Companion.
Let me say it this way, dude. I'm on board with doing this. What I don't want to do is I spent, 8 months, 9 months building in one direction. I don't want to then return to square zero and build the next 9 months going in a different direction.
Then don't change
Does that
your
make
path.
sense? Okay.
If what you're worried about is mechanical potency, you're not really going to lose a lot. But if you don't want to feel like you lost a lot of stuff that you built for, then don't give it up when you're halfway through it and go somewhere else.
Okay.
I mean, that's just the truth of the matter.
Mm-hmm.
If you choose a new path, then you'll have to start on that new path.
Yeah, I'm starting at zero on a different path.
Well, not zero, but you're not going to be as far along as you are on this one.
Sure.
No. The rapidity of you getting to where you were before comparatively is going to be different, but it's not... I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You're not going to be as far along as you are now in this one. I would not consider the trade to be incredibly out of your favor, but it is not 1 for 1.
Mm-hmm. It's like going on a 6 out of 10 to like a 2 or 3 out of 10. But for me, it's not about the power necessarily. It's more about just the time I spent IRL.
I mean, it's up to you. It's your choice.
Can I sit on it and think about it while you do the others?
Yeah. I got a lot to do, so that's fine.
Okay. Oh, sorry, one final question. So the Arbiter one, is that the same decision in terms of completely shifting?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
I will say, in that one, an Arbiter, instead of Dragon form, you get a Construct Modo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Boo.
More specifically, he becomes a giant book.
Absolutely not.
Which is what he always wanted. So.
Too bad.
I mean, Dragon Modo is sick, though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I want to do that. It's just I have to reconcile as a person the time that I spent. Yeah.
Take
so
your time.
let's move on to somebody else.
To be fair, Lolly, I rebuilt my character, and now I'm potentially rebuilding again, and I understand it. So, I empathize.
All right. So Sera's in the cooking pile, so I'll put her over here. All right. Who's up next?
I can go.
Highway to the danger zone.
Danger zone.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Ooh.
We're gonna have some fucking fun.
Oh, hell yeah. I like fun. Fun, 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 fun.
Fun?
Define fun.
I mean...
F is for fire.
Down the whole town.
F is for friends that do things together.
U is for you and me.
You and me.
And is for anywhere at any time at all. Alright, enough. Enough! No more happiness.
Sorry.
And stands for nuclear.
There's no survivors.
Okay, Effie, as you approach the orb and you give it the old touch.
Ooh. What does it feel like?
Pins and needles. Zippy zappy.
Oh, like kind of like one of those balls that have the electricity in it? And
yes.
Okay.
It feels exactly like that.
Okay. Buzz, 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 buzz.
Alright, as you place your hands over the orb, the same thing happens to you. Your fate opens up, and it deepens. You shift and fall further into yourself. Sorry. I don't know if you guys can
Just
hear
too
that.
much fun.
Yeah. You shift further and further into yourself until finally images begin to appear in the orb. You see a shadow of yourself walking down several different paths. And within yours, what is, what was, and what yet may be appears before you. On your journey, you see a great keep, a fortress. As you look upon it, you can see heraldry and banners of you and your allies. Unshakable strength for the hardships that are to come. You enter the fortress, greeted by the soldiers. Your shadow turns a silhouette of a warrior. Next, the shifting shadows reveal another fate. In this one, you find yourself upon a marble floor. A mask covers your face as you dance with a mysterious stranger. All around you, other shadows dance. And you continue this ethereal waltz until all of them fall to the ground, contorted, crying out with silent voices. Two seconds. Sorry, I gotta be right back.
It's just so juicy. You
I
just get a
know.
Drink. Look at that 1-2 and then the 2-1.
I know. Inverse? Hmm?
Uh-huh.
Time for the double 3 then.
Yeah, I know.
God, this is so exciting. Oh my god.
I know.
This is really great.
Hey, this is so sick.
All right, I'm back.
Yo.
Alrighty.
All right, and then finally, third fate. Next, you find yourself standing before what appears to be some sort of great creature. A demon, a dragon, it's not clear. As you pull forth your weapon, upon it you see the symbol of the Rabbit Prince. You leap out towards it, striking your blade into the chest of the creature, the sword shattering, the beast falling. But there is no triumph upon your face, only sorrow. The beast falls to the ground, its form shifting as the threads of fate move in and out of which entity it could be. And then before you, the shadow of yourself reveals different paths. One, the first path, you walk through the hallowed halls of the religious and sanctimonious bells ringing above you. Cathedrals, abbeys, worshippers, all of them. Along your back are the symbols of many gods, and on your belt, the sanctified waters of their priests. You look over your shoulder and pull up your hood, disappearing from sight. However, there are other paths that yet await you. The first, you stand at the front line. Enemies charging at you from all sides. Your face heavily scarred, your body showing the marks of war. You smile. Energy courses down your hands, and ethereal blades of the elements appear within your arms. And wielded by your hand, enemies fall left and right, some of them exploding, some of them eviscerated. And the entire time, a maddening light appears in your eyes. And the next, you see the dying lands, the wastelands of dragonkind, great skeletons, mounds of rotted flesh. You see them then. A group of men walk with harrowed faces, scowls across them. Their hands on their weapons as they look down upon the encampment where your party rests. They approach as quietly as they can, their weapons drawn. And then, behind their leader, you appear. And you whisper into his ear. Your party awakens and finds, strangely enough, that they are surrounded by statues that were not there before. And to you, a fourth option appears. You see yourself, and you see all of those whose forms you have taken. And you see a pair of blades reflective as mirrors in your hands. You spin in place, with each rotation a different face, a different form. And in the end, you are everyone. And yet, you are no one. Of these fates that lie before you, the choice is yours. What'll it be?
Oh man. What a choice.
So for some out of character clarification, you can maintain the Gregorian path, or you can choose the Aspect Blade, the Dying Whisper, which are both draconic subclasses, or you can choose the Mirror Blade, which is a changeling subclass for rogue.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Is that new?
Yeah.
Oh. I guess in character, when we first landed on Dragonstar, and I asked you, like, how do I feel about now having some magical inclinations, and you feel like Sekel'Q's was proud and bestowed these powers upon Effie because he appreciated her or whatever, right?
Yeah, because you're totally cool and, like, in with him. Yeah.
Right. So, like, obviously, as Effie, she feels really good about that, right? Like, even throughout conflicts, she was very committed to him, even though she didn't feel him.
Yeah, you kept your faith pretty well, I think.
Yeah, so I almost feel like if I pick something else, like, she would be turning her back on Sekel'Q's. But both of these other all three of them sound really good.
You can choose what you'd like. Choice is yours. You don't have to choose right now. You can take some time if you need it.
Yeah, I just have some questions, I guess.
All right, what do you got?
So when it says that use cursed death magic of the Dying Lands for Dying Whisper, is that like a different magic tree that I get to choose from, or
You maintain a half and half rogue and magic user, but it's different
Okay.
magic types.
Okay, got it. And then Aspect Blade, so I get to choose a dragon type, and then I'm assuming there's like a table of stuff I can choose from.
Yeah. Depending
But then
on
I
which of the storms you choose.
But then I'm assuming, like, for example, Eclipse Dance is a weapon that I use pretty often. I'm assuming that goes away, or the bonuses that I get from that goes away
I mean,
if I don't use it, and I use the blades.
if you
instead.
don't use it, yeah.
Okay.
But the blades are potent.
Okay, cool. And then if you give me a little bit of flavor on the mirror blades.
So the mirror blades does two things. The first, it allows you to retain some of the aspects of the person that you copy while in other forms. Which means you can emulate racial abilities, which is really important. And the third one is when you take over somebody's form, you can actually call on their latent abilities that they once had. So you can use like feats and special abilities that they have. You basically become a true red mage.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Copy magic. Well, that's
Oh.
blue mage actually. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. You could have went with it, and I would have known the difference. Oh, geez. So like for example, if I turned into Luka, then I could use some of his shit. Oh,
Not just
Ooh,
your
what about-
allies, but like enemies too.
what about biggest ass?
That is not an actual person.
Can I ass blast?
No.
Oh man, this is so hard. Okay, yeah, put me in the thinking pile.
All right.
But those, man, the last,
You want to be caressed by some tentacles as we think?
sure.
Putting you in
But the
putting you in the cooking pile.
yeah, with Cthulhu over there. But the last prophecy was sick. That's
Nodders.
pretty cool. Nodders.
All right, who's next?
Me?
Say no. Say no.
There you go. Can I reach the orb?
Yes,
Can he actually
Get
touch it?
a step stool.
Yeah.
there is a step ladder.
Sera has to come back and like pull me up.
Oh.
He just lays over it. Tell me my fate, orb. All right, let's do this. Sorry, I haven't eaten today. Okay.
No.
Seino. As you approach the orb and place your hands upon it, you can feel the same thing that I have described for each of the other two. You feel that your sense of self expands, and you kind of fall into yourself. And as you do so, what is, what was, and what shall be begins to unravel before you. You see the shadow of yourself walking many paths. In this, you see the shadow of yourself standing before a great fiend as it devours innocent people. All around you, you can see the bodies and corpses piled high. You can feel the fiend's insatiable hunger. You close your eyes in fear, and then open them and look down, and realize that the fiend is you. Within this one, you find yourself walking down a long road. The journey seems far, but at the end, you can see a worthy reward. With each step, the reward becomes clearer. With each step, the reward manifests more. And yet, you cannot see what it is. You step forward regardless, each one more confident than the last. In this one, you hear a bear's roar, and you find yourself sweeping through enemies left and right. Your small frame giving way to enormous, untapped strength. Each time your weapon falls, a life is taken, and each time you look up from the harrow of battle, you see yourself slipping away, one piece at a time. The next that you see as you see the shadow of yourself fully envisioned. This time, you see that your shadowy form takes on others. The first, you see yourself as you are now, except you're haggard, your body nearly empty, your eyes bloodshot. Your axe falls into an enemy's chest. You see it as some kind of priest or cleric. You raise a pair of black dice above your head and roll them next to the priest's body. The second, you see yourself small in frame but mighty in claw and tooth as you run through the battlefield, freed of your weapon, freed of your inhibitions, draconic fury flowing through your arms, legs, eyes, teeth, and claws. As with your own hands you rip apart your enemies, and you are free, and there is joy in your strength. In the next, you find yourself in the dying lands, walking on cursed earth. Your body is blackened, no longer blue, but there is a grim satisfaction with each step that you take. You reach down towards the cursed earth, and its negative latent energy flows up into you. And from where once there was black, shriveled, dead, there is now green life as you take the cursed energy within yourself. Your weapon lights with an ethereal force as you go to face your new opponent. Many choices, Seino, lie before you. but the choice is yours. What'll it be?
Oh God, I love these fates. Oh, I have one clarifying question. Yes.
Yeah.
What exactly is like the definition of evil magic? Is that just like curse stuff, for example, or like
Anything with the
what kind
evil
of
descriptor. So, spells that, like blasphemy, those are evil. Spells that are controlled by demons and, evil creatures, considered evil. Things like that.
Okay.
All curses also count, regardless of their sources.
Interesting. Seino will slightly take his hands off the orb, and he will choose the way of the curse eater, because he would much rather feel the pain himself than see others in pain.
All right. You reach out towards the orb in order to enact this decision. You focus as much as you can directly upon it. But then it grows very dark within the roost.
Oh no.
Let me know when you hear it.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Rainzz, you're at it again.
Oh my God. I didn't even do anything.
Are you breaking a promise?
I didn't. I'm still in the tower.
Let me know
The
when you hear
deal
it,
was I
Rainzz.
throw them. I'm good. I hear it. Oh my God. The deal was I throw them in the tower. I'm still in the tower. Come on, bro. Oh my God. Oh hell no.
Well, boy. You thought you could just run out on me?
Huh?
I don't know where you thought. I don't know where you got this power to change your fate, but your fate is mine, boy!
I don't think it is.
Now you listen and you listen good. You stick with the deal we made, or I'm coming for you.
And what if I don't?
Try me.
I sure will. Was everyone frozen in that time? Or did everyone hear that?
That was just you.
Okay.
All right. You made your choice. Oh boy.
Alright, Seino will shrivel a little bit when he takes his hands off the orb. But he will like slap his face and get back, and he will go to the others and say, "Who's up next?"
Luka looks at Maelie and ushers her to go.
Maelie just nods and steps forward.
Seino,
Yes.
I have news for you.
Oh
Hit
no.
me.
Oh
So-
gosh.
So you know all those powers you got?
Yeah, those cool 2d6 d8 that I roll every time I hit.
Not anymore. You don't.
I figured as much.
Instead, now you roll them as
Oh.
negatives.
oh hell no! Oh, god damn it! Fuck.
And that will remain
Punish.
that way until you're able to remove the mark that's on your hand.
Okay, dumb shit, but Seino puts his hand in his mouth. Can he devour the mark?
Nice try.
It's his own hand.
He will take his hand out. It's still there. He's like,
What are you doing?
I had something in my mouth.
You shoved your whole hand in there?
It was in the bag.
Luka looks at him and marvels at his ability to put his whole hand in there.
Man.
I mean, Seino does have little hands now, so.
Hey, also, the party gains hunted as a trait.
What? Excuse me? Oh my gosh.
Excellent.
What? What does that mean?
I look forward
whoops.
to it.
Nah, we got this. Let's just hide in a dream.
I didn't
If I'm
stutter.
evil for no reason.
Can I insight if he's hiding something because of how nervous he is?
Seino's always nervous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's kind of hard. That's kind of hard to see.
Yeah.
I
This
just
is
can't get over
normal
Luka's
behavior.
fucking character art, man. I'm just sitting here
I
watching
know,
it
but
wobble.
for some reason I'm still being punished.
I mean-
Waddle.
Look, maybe one of your subclasses is becoming more wiggly.
No, please, no,
You chose this
We're
path.
choking someone.
no, please. It was a yoke. It was supposed to be a yoke.
do I still have the black dice, or are they gone now?
No. No.
Okay, so they're gone.
Yeah.
Wait.
I have one question.
Yeah.
Now that they're gone, I don't know if you will answer it or not. What would have happened
No.
if?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, immediately.
Never
Oh
mind.
my gosh.
Oh man. I'm
Look at that deal you agreed to, Maelie. That doesn't matter anymore.
Seino doesn't know about that deal.
I'm evil for no reason.
How does it
Yep.
feel, Maelie, to be stabbed in the back?
It hurts.
Man.
And the rock keeps rolling down the hill.
Man.
Man.
Right?
I fucking
killing
love
me over
D&D,
here.
bro.
I will fix it. No worries, no worries.
No, I'll fix it. Stop trying to help. Stop helping.
Fix it for months. I don't think I want you to try anymore.
Hit him with my favorite line. You've helped enough.
No, I fix it.
Okay. I'll trust you. Anyway, can I
Anyway,
touch the orb and get it over with?
get it over with. What do you mean? What's wrong? Are you afraid of what you might see?
No, Maelie's not afraid. She'll
Good.
touch the orb.
Good. Because it's gonna be fucking brutal.
Oh.
All right,
Oh.
Maelie, as you place your hands upon the orb, all that was, all that is, and all that yet may be of your infinite reflective selves, you fall deeper into your identity, as what may be may yet be revealed. Whoops. Sorry.
You're scaring me
Oh,
already.
no.
scaring me, Essie, not Maelie. She's fine.
All right. You see yourself in a shadowy form, undecided, walking down one of the many fates that could await you. In this one, a demon's lantern lights a nearby sign. You look up, you read the sign, and nod, realizing that it's the right street. You walk forward in the moonlight, the black night blending in with your cloak and hat. You are unseen. You walk up to the hovel of your target. He and his family lie sleeping in their bed. Poor, but happy, but foolishly in your way. You open the door. The man awakes and looks at you with terrified eyes. You draw your wand, and there are flashes of light, and you walk away. No one saw you. No one knows of you. But where you go, death follows with you. In the next, you find yourself walking within a desert, alone, dying of thirst. But you walk forward, desperate, focused, determined. You take off of your hat and wipe your brow. As you look over the dune, there you see it, a city of gold. Your eyes glint, and a smile comes over your face. You will have what you were owed. Maelie, you find yourself standing before a great winged serpent between the pillars of knowledge and judgment. It looks down upon you with a firm yet caring gaze, and you return it with a wicked smile. You throw back your coat, revealing twin wands. You reach down for them as the serpent, panicked, leaps forward to bite at you. There are two flashes of light, and the pillars crumble and fall. The shadowy form of Maelie twists and contorts, revealing the different people that she might be. The first, you see your current path. A hat of black, a coat of gray, wands strapped to your belt. You look up towards the night sky and see the many stars. One of them falls before you, like out of a fairy tale. You catch the light as it dwindles in your hands. You watch in silent desperation as you try to rekindle the light, before finally, in frustration, you punch the hand that holds it, and there is only darkness, except for the glint of your eyes. In the next, you see yourself in draconic regalia, walking alongside an ancient cliff. With one hand raised, the elements swirl around you at your command. Great beasts in the distance, dragons take flight, and you look down upon those that would challenge you with a pitiless grin. In the third, you find yourself surrounded by tomes and books in a crumpled and broken library. Your eyes are desperate, your hat abandoned, the glint of your ambitions burning in your eyes. You must find it. You must. There are many paths that lie before you, many twisting visions of what may yet be and what could not. The choice is yours. What'll it be?
I don't know.
Take your time.
Yeah.
I put you on the cooking pot, unless you've got questions.
I might have questions.
That's okay.
So, you sent the little notes to us so that we could kind of like read what they were.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the one with the dragon magic, I could pick which storm, and I assume those would have different
effects.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the chromatic storm would increase the capability of you casting elemental damage and stuff like that.
Would I be able to switch those around? Like, every day, would it be something new, or would it be something I would pick and stick with?
No, you would pick it and stick with it.
Okay. I'm assuming that the first one was like the quote-unquote fading star path.
Your current path.
Yeah. If I were to pick something like the astral storm, would I be able to keep my star mage armor and my starlight missiles, or would those change? Because those are part of my current revelation.
So, if you choose any path that isn't your current one, you would give up your revelation stuff. So starlight missiles, but see, those are spells, so you can relearn those if you gain access to them. But your inherent abilities, no.
And I know I would give up like my war mage abilities with my AC bonus.
Yep.
So, can you give me a rough idea of like what I would get for choosing these things, or is that like too much that I'm asking for?
So the storm adherent, it depends on what storm that you like choose. For example, if you choose the chromatic storm in the storm adherent, then you'd get access to things like when you would cast a spell, you like a damaging spell. Like, for example, if you cast scorching ray, it would fire Scorching Ray again. Like, it automatically twins the spells. So you just Gatling gun people with Scorching Ray. You'd be limited by different elements and stuff, but yeah, you'd basically be able to do stuff like that. If you chose Astral, which is the storm you'd probably choose, Astral will give you the ability to phase in and out of this reality, like the Blink spell. It'll also let you pass through matter, and I believe eventually you'll also gain the ability to astrally project, which is very cool. Arbiter.
Yeah.
Arbiter, which is the guardian of all knowledge and contains a phylactery. The Arbiter would give you the ability to learn spells from each of the secret spell lists and stuff like that, like astral spells, demonic spells, draconic spells. Basically, there's very few spells that you wouldn't be able to get access to, which is a pretty big deal. Also, your Arbiter spell book allows you to contain those spells nearly infinitely within itself. So you actually have a source in which to learn those spells always with you. And then eventually you gain the ability to telepathically control tomes, scrolls, parchments, and things like that, which allow you to use... essentially, not only is it a cool visual effect, and you can like move them around like Mage Hand, but the most important thing is it allows you to use 2 scrolls in a round in a single action, which is a pretty big deal.
And the phylactery part?
So the phylactery means that you gain the ability to stand back up when you're knocked down once per combat. But
Okay.
the Arbiter is one of the few paths that you can use to get to Lichdom. So
Yeah, I definitely need time to think.
take a second. Take your time. Give it the old think. I'll put you on the cooking pile.
Come to
Yeah.
the hot tub. We're
I'll-
stewing.
I'll put Seino in the done pile.
Oh, I'm done.
I'll put him in the
Smells a lot.
gonna die to death pile.
In the I stand my ground but still fuck up pile.
That's not fucking up. That's just called, consequences. Like you can stand up to the bully, but you might still get punched in the face. That's what they don't tell you.
Yeah, I think that.
That's the part of the after-school special they don't tell you about.
Yeah.
You can stand up to your bullies, yeah, and then you get punched in the face.
Yeah, time to handle that shit.
I'm gonna sneeze. I know it.
Bless you.
It's coming.
Don't.
At this way.
Pineapple.
You're not allowed.
Purple elephants. Rub the tongue on the top of the roof of your mouth and think
Spell
of weird
turkey.
things. Spell turkey.
Why does that work? That's weird.
What?
Yeah.
Well, it's because you start thinking about other things. Sneezing is actually like a reflex of thinking about it. It's some sort of psychology. I read the article once, a
Yep.
long time ago.
This shit's weird. Anyway, you stepping up, Luka?
Yeah.
Get your
He
wiggling ass up
waddles
here.
up. He waddles up. He has
Waddle.
he still has Iris' cloak wrapped around him because he didn't give it back, and he's still in his PJs because he didn't change his clothes. So he
Passenger
kind of looks a
princess.
little homeless.
I love it.
But so
all
Luka
right.
walks up, and then he almost hesitantly hovers his hand over the orb until he takes a deep breath out and then touches it.
If you send me your art, I'll change your token.
Yay! No longer punished.
Waddle, waddle, till the very next day. Bop, 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 bop.
Well,
I
he's
did
not
send
waddling
you
to the next day.
a refined one that has like most of his gear.
But he's not
squished into one.
waddling.
He stopped. Oh.
Anyone's away. Waddle, waddle.
He doesn't ask
To the
if there's
very
any
next day.
grapes because there's no next day because he stopped waddling.
And we're stuck in an endless time cycle of no next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's under the Keoton image of the new one. Or not new one, but cropped.
Where?
In the messages I sent you.
Messages you sent me. Hold on.
Yes.
Let me go back through this real quick. Let's see here.
Under Keoton.
There's you eating a baguette.
Yes.
That's definitely the new token art.
Yes.
She
The zoom in.
sent me that. It zoomed into her mouth, chewing on a fucking baguette. I was like, "Geez, thanks. That's what I wanted."
Is that a seduction attempt?
Yeah.
I don't know what that
No.
was. That was-
I kept my promise.
I
'cause
guess.
months ago.
Yeah.
You asked me.
Yeah, yes,
Oh.
I did. I was like, "Send me."
So he was trying to play it off like you. I see.
Is this a new fetish?
Oh
This is
my
Arcadum
fucking...
going after his food fetish.
Girls eating baguettes.
Mm-hmm. He likes to see those carbs.
I wonder if that domain
Carbs.
is available. Hold on.
God,
Wait,
I
what?
love carbs.
Domain.
Okay. hold
You
on.
got me beat. 1 pound of fries a day.
Yeah.
Compete with that.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
I'm
One
holding.
carb.
Girls eating bag. How do you spell baguette?
Baguette.
GUETTE.
Okay, .com.
.com.
Yes, I'm looking to see if the domain's available.
Wait, can we worship baguette?
Oh, it is $12 a year. I'm gonna buy it.
All right, there you go. There's your fucking face.
Yay!
No more waddles for you.
Boo.
No
Bring
longer.
back the waddles.
Yay!
No longer waddling. No more waddles. All right.
No longer punished.
All right, Luka. You approach the orb and place your hands upon it. Same thing as before, Luka. You fall into yourself. What was, what is, and what may yet be flow before you through the orb. As you stand at the precipice and look at yourself, its shadowy form undecided, walking through fates that may not yet be, could not be, and that most certainly shall be. You find yourself standing on a battlefield, Luka. A band of thieves, their bodies contorted and twisted. Your demonic wings seep back into yourself as a murder of crows fly far above. They descend down upon you like black rain, feasting on the corpse that was once your own body, as you realize that the thieves were you and your allies. Oh God.
Don't say that.
In this one, Luka, you find yourself standing across from another shadowy figure, your hands interlocked, your lips close to touching. The priest raises his hands, congratulating you on your matrimony. The crowd claps. Your friends raise their hands in the air. And then, as you turn to wave back, the one you have just married buries a dagger in your back. You fall to the ground, into death, into pain. into nothing. All right.
So sad. Just get murdered on my wedding.
In this fate, you find yourself sitting with a bunch of other clerics over a hospice. You're discussing the best methods in which to combat the illness that is sweeping through them. One of them points to you, pleading that you're the only one that can help. You move towards the sickly man and place your hand above his head. And as you do so, light flows through you like a conduit. The man's eyes open, and he is healed. As these fates, uncertain, move before you, the shadow of yourself begins to twist and contort with unknown truths and unknown paths. You see 3 paths before you. The first, Luka, as you walk, your body produces 2 shadows. One of you and one of Kaeton, until finally, slowly, over time, they become one. And then, the towns you walk past erupt in flame and are drowned in blood. However, 2 more paths lie before you. The first, you find yourself in a circle of stones in deep prayer. Above you, the clouds part and dragons rain from the sky. Each of the different storms swirl all around you. You focus into your hands, and the storms manifest. Spiritual entities resembling the ancient dragons come swirling out of you and destroy your enemies. The second, you see yourself floating just above the ground in magnificent heavy armor, your cloak made of dragon wings flowing behind you. Clawed cestus on your hands open as you conjure divine might and blast your enemies into nothing. Each of these 3 paths lie before you. Many unknowns, twists, and turns in your story are yet to come. But which one will you choose?
Oh boy. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me think about this for a second. Alright, so the first choice is basically me changing nothing about my build.
So,
I just stay as
the first
Luka.
is you stay your path.
Yeah.
The second is you choose Soulstorm. And the third is you choose Sovereign, which are the cleric subtypes.
Okay. So I'm assuming if I pick the other 2 dragon subclasses, that means Kaeton is just gone. Like, he's just not an element that exists.
Correct.
Okay. So, is it okay to assume that if I was gonna do like the Dragon Storm, that these are abilities that are accessed by like the different storm, like dragon storms.
Yep.
Like, okay, and are they like spells, like specifically just spells?
They
or
are
is it
aspects. So when you use your channel divinity, now is you summon one of the aspects of the storms, and it essentially acts like a gigantic familiar, like a spell on the battlefield, like a walking, moving spell, and it has different passive effects that affect your entire party.
Oh, okay.
So instead of you channeling chaos damage or healing, now you channel a draconic aspect that does a bunch of shit.
Oh, okay. Draconic aspect. Give me a second. I'm just writing this all down. And this can have effects on like the party in battle, I'm assuming.
It has two passives.
Okay.
It has an effect on the party and an effect on you.
Okay. Effect on party and me. And the floating armor, the Sovereign. Mm-hmm. That one is more centered.
That like, one turns you into a heavily armored mid-range combatant.
Oh. Mid-range combatant. Okay. Okay. So AC for days.
Yes.
All right. For the record, I did write that in my notes. All right, and Divine Might. So, like, is that attached to a specific storm, like Dragon Storm, or is that just like
the Sovereign?
Yeah, the Sovereign.
Sovereign is not attached to a specific storm.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Ooh. Either we get some chaotic, shockwaves, and potentially I hurt everything in the process, or get married. And just and something sad happens. That's like get traitorred by somebody that I married.
I don't know why that made me laugh.
That's how Effie died.
Or get married.
Get married and die.
Or, save people.
You?
But that's too easy. Like, I don't want to... Okay, hold on. I need to think. I don't need to think for too long, but... Is it bad that I kind of want to just do the whole Kaeton and Luka thing?
It's not bad. Do what you want to do.
It's not bad.
Why would that be bad?
I also think
No.
Acolyte is from how you play it, like if I was going cleric, like that seems really fun. So
It is fun. That's the thing. And I'm like,
Do it.
Oh my
Roll.
god, I'm
Excited to
really
play.
like the thing that really interests me about this is the first prophecy in the battlefield. That one was pretty intense. Hold on.
Luka
I think I'm leaning towards keeping it. Like, even though the other two are really cool, it's just the fact I'm really invested in what Kaeton could do and like how he could like
pick what you want. I mean,
play
it's your
into it.
character's choice. You're not gonna hurt my feelings that you don't pick it. Just
Oh
pick whatever you want.
no! It's just
Just to be clear, like it's completely fine. You pick what you want.
Yeah. Okay.
If you don't want to change, then don't change. Nothing wrong with that.
Mm.
You don't have to take my shiny draconic button. You don't have to push it.
This huge shiny button.
Would you like to change your entire build? I mean, maybe.
See, this is what I'm kind of thinking though, is if I stay Luka Kaeton, What's gonna stop me from still taking draconic abilities, maybe? By killing them. I don't know. What's gonna stop me from that?
Now you're starting to give in.
Yeah, a little shadow of that teddy bear is gonna turn into a more ferocious bear as...
Whatever you say, Annie.
Yes, I'm gonna keep it because there's something... The little whispers in my mind is telling me that
So,
there's more that I can do.
You choose to stay on your path.
Yes.
All right, I'm putting you in the done pile.
Welcome.
What are we gonna do with these two?
You know what? I'll let these guys sit because we're coming up on 3 hours anyway. So.
Oh, already?
Yeah, I know.
I made my choice.
Time ran past us, right? That was crazy.
Jeez.
All
We
right,
got
Sera.
railroaded.
What? Go ahead, Sera.
I'd like to do the storm adherent, please.
Oh.
I pulled out my calculator. I did all the math in terms of time spent. I've made peace with it. I'm ready.
Okay.
Zahaab
Lolly has a magnificent brain. Hold on. How much time was it worth?
I equated it to money.
Oh God! It cost me $600,000.
I do that too, Lolly. I like equate shit and how much time it takes me to how much I could be making.
Yep, I had to make my peace with it. I'm like, okay, here's the 90 hours I spent doing this. That's what it was. Here's the 90 hours I spent on this path. I've made my peace with it. And I told you I wanted a dragon companion, and you gave me an option for that. That's what I want.
You chose it, as long as, you chose it. Yes. Your choice.
Now I gotta piss off Babylon in the process. I can't wait.
Hell yeah.
That's right. That's right. 2, count them, 2 dark entities.
Please.
Yeah.
We just got here, bro.
Hunted ×2, anyone? Hunted ×2.
Hunted ×2.
And now we have Maelie, who just went evil, and now all of our evil characters are not evil anymore.
Dude, everyone keeps...
Hey, sorry, I'm leaning evil, okay? We're kind of getting there.
Everybody's just drifting.
Oh my god.
Do I need to tell you which storm I pick? I've got that too.
Oh yeah, which storm do you want?
Ooh.
It was the Might is Right one, which is
Chromatic.
Chromatic? Yeah, chromatic, please.
As I suspected.
Chromatic.
Looks like Sera's gonna be a white dragon.
I would very much like to go from Tentacle Wizard to Dragon Wizard.
Yo.
Does she like Little Mermaid and her tentacles just turn into legs?
No.
Little Barbie transformation.
She does not Little Mermaid. It's quite horrific.
Is she like screaming over there?
Yeah,
like,
it's not good. It's not gonna be good.
Tentacles fuse together into legs.
Give me a thrust.
Oh. Excuse me.
All right.
Show me some love.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I'm glad somebody got it.
Rainz's reaction was my favorite. Excuse me?
All right. Effie, Maelie, have you made your decisions that will permanently affect your characters?
I need help.
Hmm.
I need help.
Okay. What do you need help with?
So, first of all,
Okay.
which of these do you think I would have the most fun playing? Knowing me and that we've been playing in a campaign for a year, which do you think I would have the most fun with?
Is this a question for all of us or Kim?
No, for Arcadum.
Oh, okay.
I think mechanically you'd have the most fun playing the Mirror Blade. But I think
Okay.
aesthetically, you would enjoy the Gregorian more because you're really into the religions of Verum, and that's really going to let you explore it. But out of the two, of Dying Whisper or Aspect Blade, I think that you would enjoy Aspect Blade the most mechanically because it certainly seems to press into your kind of style of play. You've never struck me as an assassin. Not really.
Okay, do me a favor then.
Yeah.
We're gonna roll a D3.
Oh God. Okay.
God damn.
As you wish.
Stand
The
by.
dice, no.
And number 1 is Gregorian.
Okay.
Number 2 is Aspect Blade.
Okay.
And number 3 is Mirror Blade.
1, 2, 3. Drop the D3. Here we go. Aspect Blade.
So that's Aspect Blade.
God damn.
Now, do you regret that choice?
I committed to it.
Okay. Throwing her in the dun pile. Highway to the danger zone.
Done pile.
Hey, Maelie.
Can I actually do one more thing before I commit to that?
Yeah.
Can Effie kind of... So, in character, Effie... So, for flavor, are we making these decisions as we're at the orb, or were we able to actually in-character stew about it?
In character stew about it, yeah.
Okay. So, while she would be over here in the stew pile, she would kind of whisper to Seclocuse, being like, hey, buddy, I have, some options to do something a little bit more fancy here on Dragonstar. Do you have any feelings about that?
In your mind, you see the Gregorian halls of religion. On the other side, you see a bunch of dragon shit. Seclocuse is standing in the hall of religion, just kind of giving you the John Travolta, where the fuck am I face. You know the meme where he's just like looking around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meaning he would like me to be in the halls of religion.
Meaning that if you wanted to be more like on his side, maybe you stick with the religious rogue class, maybe.
Oh, man. No, I mean, okay, so I try and pair out-of-character decisions with in-character decisions, right?
Yeah.
And I think that in-character, if Effie saw that, she would stay Gregorian.
Okay.
But it's so hard.
Okay.
It's so hard. Yeah, she would stay Gregorian.
The
Gregorian?
racist zealot.
Oh,
would say.
yeah.
All right, buddy.
God damn.
You abandoned me for a little bit because, conflict sucks. But I'm not abandoning you. And she finger guns him.
He'll finger crossbows back.
Finger crossbows.
Alright, you did see a vision of him riding a dragon going, woo!
That's gonna be me, buddy. You and me on the dragon.
Right, buddy? You ever just call God, buddy? Hey, bud, get over here. I need your help with some divinity, bro. Bro, my mom's sick.
Well, look, in her defense, she considers Seclocuse more of like a like a really cool friend.
I want to hear a dude, bro, prayer, like in real life to God, just in the middle of like
Hey,
our
buddy.
Father or whatever. Like, thanks for everything, bro. So sick, bro. All right. Hey, Maelie, how you doing over there?
Oh, I'm stewing.
Feeling stewed?
Oh gosh.
A little soupy?
So, yeah, I'm torn. I really, really like the current path as the fading star, right?
Nodders.
Because I really like Starlight Missile and my Star Mage armor, and honestly being a War Mage with the AC buff has been amazing. And that's only going to get better because as we level up and grow, you know, bigger spells, bigger AC.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Fuck them up.
when it comes to all that, I'm like really hooked on Stain, but I don't want to be like a one-trick pony, you know? The Storm Adherent sounds cool, but maybe, I mean, I'm sure it's just as powerful because otherwise you wouldn't be able to balance your games, but it doesn't sound as cool. So the Arbiter sounds cooler, but I just don't know how that would work. Having, like, I understand you explained it would be like the magical, you know, scrolls and telepathy and stuff, and potentially becoming a lich, and I'm not really sure what that entails.
Oh boy! Do you want to be a bad guy? Let's
ugly.
go! Actually, you don't have to be ugly.
Be ugly. Own it.
No.
No!
I can't seem to get out of one of those things. If I can choose not to be ugly, then I will choose what I can.
There you go.
Oh,
I put it in general chat for you. That's gonna be you.
Hold on, I gotta click on that.
Yes!
Yes.
Finally.
Skulls everywhere.
I feel like we've swapped roles. I feel it. I'm here
We
for it.
really have. It's interesting.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks, Seino. So, you know, then there's that little bit of meta, right? Which I'm not going to use, but it haunts me. I noticed that there were no paths that led to redemption. There was just a lot of lawning. There was a lot of desperation in there.
Are you sure?
No?
Look more closely.
Look more closely.
Yeah.
The gold.
How close are we talking?
Yeah, like I've got my notes right up against my eyeballs. Like, what?
What did I say in the last one?
I must find it. Yes, ambition. I wrote that down.
Yeah, more than that. What do you got to find? What would Maelie be looking for, do you think?
Okay, I had that thought. I also had the thought, bear with me, like, what if, let's say it all goes to pot and stuff happens, but I have this phylactery, right? So that gives me, like, an eternal second chance until I can... Yeah,
Yes.
I know, okay. But,
Yes!
Or eternal punishment.
Yes!
I know, I thought about that too. But,
I just can't.
like... What?
Sorry. Sorry, I was gone. I have no idea. Go ahead, keep going.
But, stars.
But stars!
Just relearn the spell.
Okay, but he said if I had access to it, how would I have access to it? I'm stuck. Like, I suppose I do have access to a bunch of knowledge in a crumpled library.
Just write it down in your book before you choose to change.
Did you
There
know
you
that my
go.
spellbook got left behind on Conflux because somebody decided to teleport us out of there?
I have my crumbled library. That got me so good.
Because I have a crumpled library.
Oh my god.
Yo, give me a thrust. Go ahead.
So I really liked Storm's question. Which do you think I'd have more fun playing?
All right, you ladies, just keep going. Can you just tell me?
No, you don't.
I get it.
That's what the DM plays for
No,
me.
I'm just messing with you. All right, which do I think you'd have more fun playing? Okay, so if I'm 100% honest, I think the Fading Star is something that you've really enjoyed, and I've kind of put you in that unique position where you got to experience that. But I think deep down you're a giant nerd. So I think that Arbiter-wise, being able to explore all the spell lists would be something you would enjoy very much. However, the most western path is definitely the Fading Star. So,
You're speaking of both sides of me.
Yeah.
That does bring up a question. You brought it back to the forefront there. Knowledge to all the spell paths. Does that mean I could learn like class spells that weren't necessarily for wizards?
Okay, so you can learn any you can learn any wizard spell, but you also gain access to the hidden spell lists, like astral spells, demonic spells, and stuff like that. And some
the devil shit that Sera's got, the demonic shit that Keoton has, you would be able to do those as a human.
Yeah, you'd be able to learn them.
Ah.
Yeah. So you'd have access to all. So you'd have access to all the secretive spell lists, or the hidden spell lists, or the locked spell lists. The only spells you couldn't learn are ones that are not on your list, and that's not going to be a lot once you have access to all the secret spell lists. And I suppose I should tell you this, as it'll probably swing your decision. Your Starlight missiles and stuff like that, those are on the astral spell list, which you would have access to as an arbiter.
Oh, so I could learn them.
Yes, you could. Listen to that giggle of power.
That was an adorable giggle.
I'm sorry.
Yes!
Power!
Finally!
Yes, power. I did that deal once.
Now, I should say that you would lose access to the Fading Star stuff, so you wouldn't be able to get all the special augmentations that you'd get to the magic missiles, like the astral fire and all that stuff. But yeah, those are feature specific to the Revelation. But you could learn the spell Starlight Missiles,
and it would still do the splitting. It just
it just won't ever get better than that.
Yeah.
Are there oratories and things like that, Arcadum? Like, could she modify them?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's always an option no matter what. But the thing is
there
that
you go, Messi.
Some things are unique to those areas, so.
Sure.
And it all comes down to, like, wealth, resources, time, shit like that.
So it would take away my war chant where I wouldn't get armor, necessarily. From casting spells, but it wouldn't change my regular chant, right? Because that's just a wizard thing.
That would not change your regular chant. Your chant would be different, though. Your chant for Arbiter is... Oh, God, what was it? I believe your chant for Arbiter... Hold on, let me look.
I'm sorry I'm taking so long to decide, guys.
No, you're fine. I went the easy route of just roll me when I'm going to play.
Important question. Take your time.
You would think that I would have had all this time to think about it, but I was too busy listening to you guys.
No, it's totally fine. It's an important decision, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so Arbiter lets you... So Arbiter basically just increases what the base chant does, but like even more so. Like you get maximized damage dice, or you get like a +4 to the DC, crazy shit like that.
God damn.
You're gonna be a super wizard.
Wow. So like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you don't get a passive though.
Right, so it would just be a one-time chant thing. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't be a passive chant thing. And presuming I did learn Star Mage armor again, would it still be based off of intelligence, like it is right now?
Yeah, that's the spell.
Yeah, okay. I just wasn't sure how much of that was like revelation-based or actual spell-based.
No, that's spell-based.
Okay.
Also, I should remind you that you're on Dragonstar, so there are very few places in my creation that is a better place to be a wizard than on Dragonstar.
I know.
There's like 2 other places that would be competing for better, and it's close. So, you're in a good spot to learn magic, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. And just a personal, weird, random question, like flavor text wise, I can still be a cowgirl star wizard, right? I can still rootin' tootin' as my chant. None of that has to change.
Yeah, you can still rootin' tootin', pointin' shootin'. And just be more like rootin' tootin', now my tome is open or something. I don't fucking know.
Okay.
Rootin', tootin', scootin', bootin', shootin', dootin'. I don't know. You'll figure it out.
Rootin' tootin', my tome is shooting.
My point is, you can still keep your aesthetic. I'm not going to be like, you got to be a fucking regular nerd. I'm not going to do that. I don't care.
No,
I'm just saying,
a regular nerd.
The thing I was pointing out is that the Fading Star is a wand-slinging caster, eventually.
I know.
So
that's cool.
That's the only thing, is that you wouldn't get access to the wand-slinging stuff. So.
Oh, man. And I've kind of been wanting to be a wand dueler.
Yeah, you're super close to it, man. You're almost
there.
there.
That's really cool. Gosh.
Oh, what's it gonna be? Huh? Ain't gonna be a...
Oh.
Oh, yes! Choose!
No. I'm so torn. Both of these are good, and they both appeal to me in different ways.
I want you guys to imagine with me Essie putting her hands on both of her cheeks and just closing her eyes and shaking her head back and forth, because she's done that.
I've already done that.
Yeah, she's done that in front of me before. It is hilarious. Bro, she can get siege armor!
Who's saying what? What siege armor? Was that a spell?
Yes.
Siege armor? Oh, wow. You see, I don't know. Remember, this is like my first actual D&D 5e game.
Siege armor is a spell that they found on Conflux on one of the secret lists.
It's Ragdarian.
Which you could have access to if you chose
Arbiter. So, the astral spells, are they your space marines? Like how
yes.
I've always assumed that Maelie was the space marine. So I would have access to the, those
Space Force.
Space Force.
Space Force.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
You can take some time to think about it if you like, because we're at time. So.
Yeah, if we're coming back next week and you're going to do like Irha and Challa, can I just make my decision next week? Is that okay?
Fine. That's fine. I'm going to need time to prep the maps and stuff from your prophecy choice anyway. So.
Okay.
Wow.
Just going back in the dream again.
Dude, I could hear Lolly go.
I erupted into coughs on that. Will you tell me physically what happens to Sera? Because I have to get some art changed.
Okay, so Sera will, when she takes this choice, while she sleeps, the demonic energies that she had will be changed as her revelation from the divination magic of Dragonstar washes her clean of her broken fate. And she will now be, really whatever you want her to look like. The only real limitation is that she has draconic eyes, so she's got the serpent eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Moto is now a little purple dragon. Purple! Not the forbidden color.
Purple.
And and you also, everything else is up to you. It's whatever you want.
Okay, Sera's dragon eyes, Moto's a purple dragon. Everything else is up to choice.
Up to you. Yep. You're a human woman again.
Wowee.
Oh, that's gonna be weird.
And you know what that means? Moonblast. Sorry.
Oh gosh. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Ah! Starts cramping, falls on the ground.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
I imagine it's like when you go off birth control, it's like the worst period of your life.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
When that depot kicks in.
Yeah, and it's like, hey, remember what it's like to not have kids?
Where you been?
Remember me?
Quick, someone give her the geisha kit.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Oh, I gotta be careful with those jokes.
Oh man.
I'm surrounded. They all have guns.
Glock sound.
Clocks out.
Pulls trigger.
Oh shit. Careful. All right. Well, that'll do then, because I want the other two here before we move forward with the story or anything. So.
Yeah.
Yee, we're
So-
almost done with our prologue.
But
We're almost done, my lord. I'm so grateful. Oh, we did it
We're
together.
gonna get hunted twice.
Oh, we're going to be hunted down by the Gambler Black and the boys.
It's fine.
Say no.
I mean,
Dude,
but-
dude, I can't believe you went through all of that and then Seino was just like, lol, gone.
Never mind.
But he doesn't know that.
I know, this makes it so good.
He was like, I'm taking this one for the team.
Thanks, Seino.
Wait, so is Moto not a devil at all anymore?
Nope, he's a dragon boy now.
Oh.
You're so
Aw.
cute.
So 2 souls just quit hell.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Now, he don't give a fuck, though. What are they going to do? He's a dragon now. He doesn't give a shit.
It's so
I'm
easy for you.
excited.
See, he inherited draconic arrogance. What are they going to do? Come over here and, say bad words in front of him? He's a dragon. He don't give a fuck.
Do I get to decide what he looks like?
Yeah, go crazy.
Yo.
The only limitation is he can't have any eyes.
I'm good with that. How small do I have to make him? Like under what size category?
He is cat-sized.
Oh,
Adorable.
Like a big cat though, like a lynx or a fat boy.
Oh, Mancoon?
Oh my god.
Like a mancoon, yeah, big old boy.
Siberian
Oh, yeah.
furs.
Boy.
Can Moto still change into accessories?
No, he gave that up.
Oh.
He's not a devil anymore.
No more sun hats.
Or person.
Oh.
However,
Or seatbelts.
Edge.
he can.
Yeah.
He can.
Oh
can?
shit.
You can't.
No, sorry.
Like the food? He can?
I think I accidentally. Fuck, dude. So somebody misspelled Mancoon as Maine Coon, and I had to allow it, and I didn't realize what I had allowed, and then I allowed a bad word, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Oh my god,
Oh.
Twitch chat stuff. Anyway, don't worry about it. It's just nonsense. Don't look at it. What was I
Okay.
saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh yes, he's a dragon now.
Can he still lick things?
He cannot transform into hats. Licking things is no longer useful to him.
Oh.
However, he can do dragon stuff now. Like
Woo.
breathe fire
Yo.
and
He's
fly.
gonna be an angry kitty.
Yes, he's very angry.
A sassy kitty.
Oh my god. Sassy
still
little
talk?
dragon.
Yeah, he can still talk.
Sera's
Oh.
now just Khaleesi with one dragon.
Yee. Are you gonna have a list of the changes for everybody?
Yeah, I'll have all that written out by next time.
I have a lot of character shit
Oh,
updates to do.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
Does when Seino absorbs, I guess, evil energy, does he really turn black?
Yeah.
Yo!
Ooh.
Ooh.
Black
Wait,
gnome!
so is there gonna be tendencies where evil things could happen?
Oh
Yes.
no.
Well, I'm just asking because.
However, we'll see if
for-
he stays alive.
Yep.
No worries,
We're
I
all-
got this. With my 1 damage per hit.
With your negative now D8.
Oh, that reminds me. The party gains a second hunted.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Babylon, right?
Yeah.
So, I feel like I'm going to be the one screwing all of us over here, but you all remember, not that we know necessarily, but over the table we know that Irha's sword sort of makes challenges harder.
Oh yeah.
And it affects the entire party.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
We'll just, if it gets too bad, we'll just kill Seino.
I just gave him a shitload of power. We'll be fine.
We'll be
You know-
fine.
I worked really hard to keep that from happening.
I can't teleport us out anymore. It'll be fine.
It'll be
Ooh.
fine. It's fine. Everything's good. Oh no! I feel
already
good.
got a plan,
Na-na-na-na-na.
We're good.
All right.
I'm just so ready to get slowly corrupted.
I want to be
So
corrupted. Oh.
I do. I want to see what happens.
It's when
I
God
sacrifice
Leviosa.
What if the tentacles just detach from Sera and go over and attach to Luka?
Fine, fine. You don't want us, bro? We can find somewhere else.
He has one human leg and one tentacle, and that's what
Ew.
Where is
All right,
that
we got
tentacle?
some fan art. First
Oh
up,
my
we
God,
have.
Everyone gets one tentacle.
Wait, let me open it.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm opening.
The assessor.
What?
Here, take this ball of fate.
What am I looking at? Like string theory?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
String theory, yeah. All right, and this is the new moto. It's fucking Spike, dude.
Oh
Oh my God.
It's Spyro.
He would be so mad that
Oh,
he is so cute. I would love that interaction.
Oh my god, if he gets so adorable that he has like an asshole personality, I love that.
What do you
I
mean
thought you were just
if?
gonna say he has an asshole.
What do you mean if he has an asshole personality?
Oh, he still keeps it? Okay.
Modo is dripping with sarcasm whenever he says anything, dude. Like, oh yeah, sure, that's a good idea. Yeah, what would I know? I'm just immortal. Any of you people see any girl dragons? No.
Okay, here's the important question.
Yeah.
Can Seino ride Moto?
Oh.
No.
No.
Absolutely
Not because it's not physically possible. It's because Moto would never allow him to ride him.
Yeah.
That is
You
fair.
would eat Seino instead.
Yeah, fuck that shit, dude. You want to ride on my back? How about this? How about I ride on your back, you piece of shit?
We'll just appease Babylon with this whole...
Did you sacrifice the shared love of two of your companions so that you could get more powerful and then wait for one of them to turn against her own moral compass and then you just abandoned it again so it made the whole thing pointless?
Yes.
Can I ask?
Aren't you like an immoral asshole?
Yes. It is me.
All right. Well, at least you're
Tis
honest. Tis I. I don't know which is worth, your blatant selfish attitude or just your incompetence. That's what Moto is.
Seckle cues.
It is I, Chadra. Fear not. With my presence, we'll be fine. I agree as well. I am Chadla.
Oh my God.
I think they both picked what their subclasses were gonna be, but I like the in-character. Like,
Yeah, we
them
need to
using
fit.
the orb.
They gotta hear their stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta
for
give
sure.
them the spooky.
Yep.
Yes.
Also, I hope you guys wrote those down because I gave you guys actual Harrow readings, which was pretty cool.
I did.
I don't know what Harrow means.
It's it's so you know what a tarot reading is, right? Like tarot cards.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like that, but for D&D. It's Pathfinder came out with this harrowing deck, which is like tarot cards, but for this fantasy version of it, and I really liked them, so I used them for all my games because I really like the harrowing deck. I think the harrowing deck is very cool.
That was pretty,
I have to
that
go
was
back
fun.
and re-listen to it because I thought all of that was subclasses, so I was confused until afterwards.
It's okay.
First.
I just wanted to give
just-
you guys some cool things to go through,
I'm
Yeah,
gonna read this then.
Kills him.
and also do some
That's what I
hidden
wanna
story
know.
reveals. Whoa, what's
Oh
happening?
yeah.
Ooh,
Is there
so,
possible love?
what is it? Is there possible
sorry.
love?
Please, I need to know.
All right.
Romance in my D&D.
Any subs I need to thank? Let's see here. Rainzz for 17 months. What a weirdo.
Indeed.
Zen Master, thanks for the gifted subs. Destroyer, thanks for the year. That's crazy.
Ooh.
Real Retrum, thanks for the gifted sub. Caped Fish is giving out subs, even though I told him not to, because he doesn't follow rules. He's a rebel, apparently.
Imagine being that guy.
Imagine that.
Imagine not being that guy.
Dragon.
You should give subs right now.
Subi, Subi, Sub, where are you? Give
I've been
me-
sitting here watching Gronk spike a football for a solid 2 minutes.
Oh.
It's just right there to the right of.
Yeah, same.
Oh, this guy just.
A guy gets beamed by a volleyball.
Girl. Alrighty. Well, good game, guys. I'll see you next
Yeah.
time, everybody. Bye-bye, chat.
Bye, guys.
Oh my god! Who the fuck is that? Who is that?
Oh no!
Who are you?
Intrusive thoughts.
They are
Why is he
That's
mad?
that
Fish
cool.
impersonator?
That better not
Oh
be
my
Cape
God.
Fish. It's
Oh my
it's
God.
it's Mad Fish.
This fish on fish crime.
That better not be Cape Fish's alt, dude. Mad Fish.
Man. This fish on fish
Oh,
crime
man.
and the battle of gift subs.
Man,
Being that
fish.
cool.
Oh my god.
God.
He's so mad. He's gifted.
Thank you, Mad Fish, for the 50 gifted angry
What do you
subs.
think the MP stands for? Military police?
Yeah, multiplayer. I don't fucking.
Maximum penis.
Yes.
What?
Definitely that.
Definitely that. Yeah.
Maximum penile.
Escape fish from the Shadow Realm.
Another fucking rogue fish just coming in here.
I can't.
Arcadum didn't allow.
I have no
Catfish to gift
idea
any
what
more subs, so
Catfish
they made
is.
Mad Fish.
Oh, okay. Well, Mad Fish, thanks to the 50 gifted submarinos. That's
Wait,
all.
it just stands for mad fish.
Oh,
Huh?
The MP.
yeah, I guess so.
And-
Oh.
Mad fish with
Mad,
a PH, like the drug band.
I have no idea what Caped Fish
Mad
is.
Fish multiplayer.
It's Caped Fish is another. Feel strong, man. Can't fool me, Caped. I know it's you.
Oh my god. Man,
Not
that
not until I
switch
see
was
both
fast,
of you in
bro.
Discord talking with two different voices will I believe that you're different people.
Gets his father on the mic.
Molly's in here drinking.
Bring him in here.
I felt like with this amount of drama, I had to come sip.
sip, sip,
Yeah.
sip, 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 sip.
Sip, 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 sip.
All right,
Oh
bye.
my
I'm
God.
leaving now. Bye, bye, bye now. Bye, bye, bye,
Bye.
Bye.
bye, 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 bye.